On Saturday, the Mariners faced their true kryptonite in junk pitches from Framber Valdez. Welcome to the Dom Skeen channel, your one-stop shop for the Mariners storylines on Seattle's minds. A little disoriented with the front-facing camera. But Mariners lost 2-1 on Saturday. Always frustrating to lose a one-run game, especially when it's this low scoring. And both teams have, they had a high expected batting average, 304. We had a low expected batting average at 149. But when you look at this game, nobody scored after the top of the second inning. You had eight full innings of baseball without score. So when you look at what happened here, the Mariners just faced basically if you could tailor-make a pitcher to face the Mariners, I've been saying this, especially the last few weeks, you want somebody that doesn't throw the fastball because the Mariners look for that fastball, and then they hit that really well. But they don't hit breaking balls well because they're not looking for them or looking to hit them. So if you load them up on breaking balls, they just will not get their pitch, and they will not swing as much. Framber Valdez, incredibly successful, goes out, throws 101 pitches, gets some pretty weak EVs against, he ends up going 60% sinkers, obviously, but he has a sinker, like a weird sinker, and then he's got like a curveball, changeup, slider. All he had to use was the sinker and the curveball. Kept us off balance plenty. Held us to 1 run, goes 6 innings, only 4 hits, 5 strikeouts to 4 walks, but situationally, even if he doesn't have his best stuff, only gets 5 strikeouts, walks 4 Mariners, he can still only allow 4 hits and 1 run because he just loads it up with those breaking balls. Only gets hard hit. He gets hard hit 8 times in this one. So, to be fair, the Mariners were doing damage on some of those pitches, and the average exit velocities were not extremely low for Framber either. 87.5. It's not the lowest you've ever seen. However, that curveball, we do not hit the curveball well. We're not a team that crushes mistakes, on hanging breaking balls. We look for the fastball. That's what we swing at. Framber only got one swinging strike on 61 sinkers. Then he got 6 swinging strikes on 31 curveballs. So that shows that's more of a reflection on the Mariners and Framber Valdez knowing, that his sauce is going to work against them. And the Mariners in this one, piled together 5 hits. Really just not an ideal game. You had base runners with the 4 walks too, and then Bryan also walks 1 later in the game. But you do strike out quite a bit. Strike out a total of, 5 times from Valdez in the first 6 innings, and you struck out 6 times over the last 3 innings. So really just we're not seeing the ball well yesterday. Because of this, we were just fighting tooth and nail to tie the series today, which unfortunately we didn't. But really what happened here is our greatest strengths were on display. Because moving over to our side on pitching, Bryan absolutely stellar this season. There's another 6 innings without allowing a run. And now he is still the only pitcher in baseball through late May now that has gone 6+ innings in every start and allowed 3 runs or fewer. So one of the best pitchers in baseball, simply put. It's hard to argue against him being a top 10 pitcher based on just performances this year. Looking at his expected stats, it really it matches up. That fastball is the best one in the league in terms of run value on Baseball Savant. It's 100th percentile. He also walks nobody. And he produces great expected stats while also just being a complete pitchability guy. He's not by any means, somebody where you just look at the stats and are like, oh, this guy's awesome. But he even gets crushed sometimes. But Bryan just limits mistakes so well. And then Casey Legumina, another 2 scoreless innings yesterday, which unfortunately did get bit by him today, but it is what it is. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one. Really the key to this game was that we saw our weakness and we couldn't exactly adjust. Again, we stay in the game. We're having a lot of close ball games. We're not really getting blown out. We haven't been blown out, save for maybe one game at home this year, but or maybe 2 games, against the A's and the Tigers that I remember. But we're in all these games, so situational hitting, which day after day we see some really good performances from this lineup. I'm pretty excited about having more consistency with Leody Taveras, Ben Williamson playing every day. I think this season that's been good and could continue to going forward. Still going to be really interesting to see if we do anything at the trade deadline. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and recap today's game, and then we'll move on to next week. Go Avs.